So let's talk about your photos. And again, your photos along with your profile are some of the most important elements to your online dating success. So they're absolutely critical. However, I'm just gonna touch on them very briefly here because we do have an entire week on them. And because photos in particular, examples are key. And I'm gonna do the examples during the lengthy, lesson during the week. But key elements to get you started so you can get with your current photos, or you can get some good photos taken and at least get something up that's hopefully working relatively well. First thing with your photos, there is one photo that absolutely every online dating profile needs in it. And that is the photo where you just look your physical best. For most men, this means a headshot. It means the well-lit shot of your head and face where you look your absolute best. If you're in dramatically good shape, you can also do a body shot. However, do be aware that, especially with this course, you're going to be conveying yourself as very high value in general. And if you're conveying yourself overall as high value, and even if you're in decent shape, if you're in worse shape than the value you're conveying, doing a shirtless pic or something like that may actually be a net negative. Right? So even when I've been in very good shape in my life, when I was, at a point I was a former professional athlete, well, I still am I was a recently former professional athlete, or I've had periods where I've actually had a six-pack. Even during those periods, I personally did not have shirtless photos in my profile. I probably could have at certain points, but I didn't. And I do think it would have been a net negative because I was conveying myself so positively in other ways. However, I do have clients that are in crazy shape. And for them, I'm like, yes, you absolutely need a shirtless picture in your profile. It's going to do a lot of good. So determine that for yourself, how good a shape you're in. Having a shirtless picture in addition to your headshot, usually rather than instead of your headshot, is a good way to go. But everybody needs a photo where their face looks its physical best. And what this probably means is getting it shot by a professional, or at least getting it shot by a friend of yours who knows photography, knows something about lighting. Forgot how to speak English there. Knows something about lighting, knows how to take a shot, and is willing to take 100 or more pictures of you for you to pick the best one or two. All right, it's gonna be a process, and you should also probably practice posing a little bit. To know what you're looking for in terms of this, very simply, just do a Google, look up men's acting headshots. You want headshots that look basically like that, all right? Well lit, your face is in focus, the background's a bit blurred so you stand out a bit more, and then an expression that's compelling. And we'll go into more detail on this on the actual photo module, but you do not have to smile. There are plenty of expressions other than smiling that are completely good and maybe even preferable. If you happen to be good at smiling in photos, by all means, go for it, but most guys are not. Most guys look dopey or too nice or try hard or whatever when they smile in photos. It's absolutely fine to try different expressions other than a smile, by all means. They're a lot easier to be consistently good with. So that's the first thing. You absolutely need at least one good headshot in your profile. You can have a couple if you'd like to. Having a couple good headshots is not a problem. I've even had very effective profiles where basically the majority of the photos were just headshots and it worked just fine. This is such a powerful photo for conveying who you are. There's a reason why actors send a headshot along with their resume, because it is a very powerful way of assessing how someone looks and of making yourself look good. So take a page out of actors that are selling themselves for roles. They've been doing this for a long time. They know what they're doing. Get a headshot of that style taken that you really, really like. Ideally, maybe even a couple. That's a photo you absolutely want to have in your profile.